In today's combination tutorial and web lesson, I'm going to be covering the trading tool Equity Tracker. This is a tool I've used to keep track of my open and closed drawdowns as well as my overall equity standing. It's extremely important to always know where you stand in terms of your capital, in terms of drawdowns and performance. As with all my trading tools, one of the most important things is to read the disclaimer first. These tools are for educational purposes only. They are beta versions and still under development, and so if you use them, you do so at your own risk. That said, I have made every effort possible to make sure they're accurate and error-free. As you can see, there are 4 tabs: the disclaimer, open equity, summary, and equity charts. I've populated it with hypothetical data for demonstration purposes only. These are not real accounts. If you'd like, you can put the year in. You'll notice the first week is in blue. This is similar to the trade tally. I didn't want people to have to purchase a new tracker each and every year. I wanted them to be able to reuse this as many times as they wanted. All dates after the first week are locked and automated. Obviously, the first of the year doesn't always fall on a Monday. Say hypothetically next year the first falls on a Tuesday. You just put Tuesday in and you notice it automatically changes all the dates afterwards. The most important thing, if you use this multiple times for multiple years, is that Friday has to be correct in order to make all the following days line up correctly. You begin by putting in your opening balance, your opening capital. This will handle up to 5 accounts. You put the start amount in the yellow highlighted area. And then at the end of every day, find your account balance and put the number in the corresponding column. It's very simple. The equity tracker will do the rest. There's 2 approaches to this equity tracker. One is you keep a track of all your open drawdowns by simply putting the balance of your account at the end of the day. Another alternative is to only put your balance in after you've closed out a position, and that in effect would give you closed equity data and statistics. All of these columns right here under your account can be changed. So to give you an example, and you notice that it immediately makes the change. So what are you able to track? Well, you're able to track not only your daily equity for each individual account, but it will give you the collective capital of all accounts combined. It also gives you the dollar change and the percent change, and whether it is a gain or a loss. It also tallies for the week. It gives you your maximum gain and your maximum loss for the week, and then what the total or final P&L in a dollar amount and a percentage amount is for that week. Another helpful aspect is the color coding of the collective amount per day. You can quickly see at a glance where you outperformed and where you underperformed. Obviously, where it's red or dark orange, you underperformed, and where it's more green, you did exceptionally well. That can help you isolate above average performance and underperformance. Armed with this information, you could dig into some of your trades as well as the market conditions and volatility at the time to see if you can exploit your edge, if you're doing extremely well, and if there's a way to improve or protect yourself when you're underperforming. After you've entered your data, you can go to the summary page. It gives you a quick overview, weekly and monthly. You can see what your P&L was for each week throughout the year, as well as what your largest win and your largest loss were. It gives you an annual summary for all accounts, what your balance was at the beginning of the year, and at the end it tallies up the P&L for each account in a dollar amount as well as a percentage. It gives you a win-loss ratio for days, weeks, and months. That's very important to keep track of your win-loss ratio to help you understand what kind of expectancy you'll have with whatever strategies you're using. It also gives a collective monthly overview, so you can see how you did January through December. It gives you a dollar figure again, as well as a percentage gain or loss. Then you get a month-by-month breakdown, or your beginning balance as of the last day of the prior year for each account, and then the P&L in a dollar and percent amount, and that's for each and every month. So you can really break down your performance and see how you are doing, not only day to day, week to week, but also month to month and annually. There's a section to make a note of holidays, as well as other notes that you might have regarding holidays or vacations, or your equity curve. The final tab is Equity Charts. It gives you a visual representation of your equity curve for each individual account and collectively. The blue line is your equity. The gold line is a 20-day moving average. I've noticed a lot of people get very hung up on their equity curve. They start to have a lot of anxiety when the equity curve slopes from up to down. And obviously it would be ideal if it went up all the time, but that's not trading. There's going to be unprofitable as well as profitable trades. So the main thing you want to focus on when you're looking at your equity and your equity curve is the moving average of your equity curve. As long as that moving average is sloping up or going sideways, you're probably in pretty good shape. If the only drawdown that you suffer in terms of your equity curve is a sideways or lateral movement, then you're doing very well. As with all the trading tools I design, wherever you see a red cell with a white asterisk, you'll find a note that offers helpful information and guidance regarding the trading tool. Whether you use the same trading tools that I do to track your equity isn't what's important. What's important is that you track it, and you track it with something. And hopefully this video might have given you a few ideas. So that's it for now. Good fills, everyone.